So unfortunately, disclaimer. So apparently my computer restarted and did updates last night, and I went to record this video, spent 2.5 hours to record it, and apparently after it restarted, it set my manual microphone back to my webcam, so this whole entire 2-hour recording was spent using my webcam's mic, so it sounds awful. It sounds awful, but I don't have enough time to re-record it because I have to go in like an hour and a half, so I'm sorry. Either it was do this and edit this or just not have a video today. So hopefully you can bear with it. And I don't know, man, the audio is awful.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another Madden 18 video on the channel. One of my most successful series back in the day, since the Cleveland Browns haven't won a game in like 2 years for the most part. What we did was put like a team of positional units together to see if they could actually beat the Cleveland Browns. One of the most successful series on the channel. Now today, we're kind of doing that same thing, but taking a different route. As you see in the title, today, we're going to be seeing if a CFL team could actually beat the Browns. A CFL team, as in being a team from the Canadian Football League. Canadian Football League is another professional league in the North Americas. I think you probably all know about the CFL. I mean, it's not obviously talent-wise on par with the NFL, but they're not bad at all. It's easily the second best professional football league in the world. The rules are a little bit different. They have some weird rules, but for the most part, it's the same thing. Now, what we are going to do is take a team from the CFL in today's game and see if they can beat the Browns. We're going to do a simulation to see if they can beat the Browns, and then I'm actually going to play a game with that team to see if they can beat the Browns. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. In real life, if you took the best team from the CFL and put them up against the Cleveland Browns, could they win? In my opinion, obviously, probably not. But how bad do you guys think the score would be if a CFL team and the Cleveland Browns actually went up together? Now, we're going to be using the Buffalo Bills as the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That is the team, the CFL team we are going to be using in today's video. Once again, the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I had a reason why I used them. Now, going to the Bills, the reason we use them, the running back on the Saskatchewan Roughriders in real life is Trent Richardson. And this is how I base the whole entire roster's ratings off of, because the last rating Trent Richardson had in a Madden game was 70. Now, since he hasn't played in the NFL a couple years, I dropped that down a little bit to 67. So Trent Richardson, being a player in the CFL, based off his past Madden ratings, I gave him a 67. So that's 3 overall less than what his last Madden rating was. Now, the roster talent around him isn't going to be necessarily as good as him, but I gave everybody on that CFL team, since we're basing this all off of Trent Richardson's actual rating that wasn't Madden since he's now in the CFL, I gave him a rating anywhere from 60 to 66. So nobody's as good as Trent Richardson, but they're about the same overall. So I thought that was the best way to go about it. And there's another reason I did pick the Rough Riders, because Brandon Bridge is an alumni, the same college I'm an alumni of, University of South Alabama. He actually, everybody thought he was going to get drafted. He was incredible to watch in college. He was so fun to watch, dude. Like, this guy, he actually came from Canada and somehow ended at South Alabama, which was insane. But he wasn't the greatest, most accurate quarterback, but he was fun to watch. Got some looks by some NFL teams. Didn't get drafted. Got signed to a practice squad. I don't think he really made it, then ended up in the CFL, and he's actually had a pretty successful career there. So he is going to be the starting quarterback in today's game. Go just look at some of the highlights he has from college, man, and it's just fun to watch. Now, the only other problem with this, since Madden's editing system is dumb, unless I have the players in CFM, you can't edit their height, their appearance, or anything like that. So the only thing that's accurate, aside from Trent Richardson and Brandon Bridge, is the ratings. This isn't Brandon Bridge's face, but you can't change his skin color or anything else like that, because that's just how Madden is offline. So just disregard their appearance. Backup quarterback is Marquise Williams, and the third string quarterback is David Watford. Running back, as you already saw, Trent Richardson, you have Christian Jones as the backup to him. Now, wide receiver, we have Chad Owens, Marcus Thigpen, and you will realize, or will notice, that some of these players are former NFL players. Players that played a little while in the league, didn't really do too well, so they went to CFL and actually playing pretty well there. Bakari Grant, Devon Bailey, Deron Carter. This is a guy that had an insane career. Actually is like the son of Chris Carter, the NFL legend. He went to Alabama, ended up flunking out, went to Florida Atlantic. I don't even know if he got kicked out there. But anyway, it's a weird career. I think he ended up signing with the Colts, and then he just didn't do well there. Again, just not the greatest character guy, but I guess is doing good in the CFL. Last but not least, Shaq Evans. Tight end, we have Jake Hardy and Josh Stanford. On the O-line, let you guys see, everybody is anywhere, like I said, between 60 and 66 overall. So in the simulation portion, I doubt they win, but I will see if I can play with this team and beat the Browns. Now in defense, got Charleston Hughes, defensive tackle Gary Wilkins. At the linebacker core, you have Sam Hurl. Middle linebacker, Eric Stryker and Tyrell Robinson. Right outside linebacker, Brandon Bartlett. At corner, Cresdon Butler, John Ojo, Ed Gainey. And the fourth corner is Nick Marshall. And this is an interesting one too, because this is the guy that played quarterback for Auburn in college, converted to cornerback in the NFL. And then I guess he ended up not doing too well in the NFL, went to the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and actually now got cut by the Roughriders and is playing in the indoor football league, whatever that is, but he did make the team because he was on the Roughriders last year. Free safety Sam Williams, strong safety Micah Deem, kicker Brett Lauder, and punter Josh Bartle. And crazy enough, boys, the Bills overall, you saw how bad that team was. The overall is only a 69. That is only 4 overall less than the Cleveland Browns. So even in the simulation, man, this team might actually win. And once again, I tried my best, man, to make it as realistic as possible with the ratings. So hopefully I did that okay for you guys, to at least make it enjoyable to watch. So like I said, for this first game, we are just going to see who Madden thinks would win, the Roughriders or the Cleveland Browns. So we're going to sim the first game, then jump into a game with me actually playing. The Browns got off to a 7-0 lead. Let's see if it can at least be close. It's 14-0. I think in real life it would probably be a blowout, but it's 17-0 going into halftime. Can the Bills or can the Roughriders actually score a touchdown? It's 24-0. So it looks like I have my work cut out for me, as it's gonna be a 31-3 win, the Browns over the Roughriders. So hopefully at least I can lead the Roughriders to a victory. Looks like my boy Brandon Bridge didn't play too well, 13-27. So we do get the ball first, and it's going to be interesting to see, man, for the first time in history, a CFL and NFL team going up against each other head-to-head, if I can lead them to victory. But this is where the fun part of the video begins. I do want to say, hopefully I can highlight how Brandon Bridge actually played in college. Like, it was actually fun watching this guy play in college. Kind of like Johnny Manziel, you know, extended plays. He had incredible arm strength, incredible athleticism, just wasn't, you know, the most accurate. But hopefully we don't see that in today's game. Trent Richardson's first carry, it's -1 yard. But he just was extremely fast, and dog, he could throw the ball 80 yards. But just hopefully his accuracy isn't an issue in today's game, and we get sacked by, like, before I even have a chance to throw the ball. So CFL offensive line doesn't seem too good. So now what is probably going to be the tough part of the video, defense. So 3rd down and 1. Can the CFL defense, can the Roughriders defense get a 3rd down stop? They're going to run the football. Doesn't look promising. Got about 10 yards. And another thing I want to highlight really quick, the reason this isn't the most updated rosters for the Browns, because I wanted to highlight the bad Browns team, not the better Browns team, which they do have now with Baker Mayfield and everybody that they signed this offseason. This is going to be a sack. I wanted it to be like highlighting the last 2 seasons the Browns haven't won a game. But now with that said, we do have a 3rd down and 9. Can we get off the field without giving up a point? I would consider that a win. You're going to throw the curl route to Corey Coleman. If we make the tackle, it's going to be a stop. 4th down. Now, with this being Madden, they're probably going to punt, which is good for me. They're kicking a field goal. No. Nah, they're not. This is like a 50-something yard field goal, like a 56-yard field goal. Bad. If they make this, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be just a little bit upset. I don't think he made it. He didn't, did he? He didn't. So that means we get the ball at midfield. Let's go. 2nd down and 8. And a scramble here with Brandon Bridge. Show off his speed. We're going to get a lot of yards. We're going to get in the field goal range. We're going to slide with Brandon Bridge, what he did a lot in college. 17-yard run down to the 34. Trent Richardson actually has a ton of space here. And Trent Richardson, of all running backs, gets a 10-yard carry. Oh my. X is going to, oh, he's not open. They're going to scramble. Brandon, run. Brandon. There's a man wide open, but I'm going to run because I'm stupid. Brandon Bridge is going to get in. That was a really good tackle. Whoever did that, Jason McCourty, that was an incredible tackle. I was getting ready to say touchdown, but Jason had other plans. So I think I'm an idiot for taking it this long for me to make this correlation, but we are playing, it's funny enough, with Trent Richardson at running back against the team that drafted him and, you know, didn't do too well for him. But he has something to prove now, I guess, in today's game. 2nd and goal from the 1. And that's not a way to prove stuff. So 3rd down and goal. We have got to get into this end zone, and easy enough, we do. Trent Richardson of the Saskatchewan Roughriders scores against his former team, the Cleveland Browns, to give the Roughriders a 7-0 lead in their first ever CFL versus NFL matchup. What is going on? Somebody tell me why my punter's on the field? Why was Christian Kirksey at quarterback? I'm confused. So we have the Browns held to another 3rd down and 6. Let's see if we can get another 3 and out on this first drive of the second half and get the ball back and maybe go by 2 possessions. And throw it to a man. Nick Marshall just made the most incredible play I have ever seen in my life to jump on that ball. Because I thought Josh Gordon was about to make that catch, but the ex-NFL converted quarterback to cornerback. What a punt. What a punt. So this could be very bad. Hopefully we can just get it out of our own end zone here. I want to point out there that Trent Richardson does have a touchdown in the game, but he has 9 carries for -9 yards up to this point. I think we're, bad. Trent, please. Trent's the man. So me going with a 5-wide set here could be a massive mistake because our O-line is trash. We might get like sacked for a safety, but I mean, who cares? Actually, I kind of care, but can we like pick the... See how bad that throw was? I just want to point out how inaccurate that throw just was. What the heck, Brandon? Brandon, you've got to do better than this. Okay, so the ball was intended for this guy. It goes so far inside that it hits this man running the drag route in the helmet, and he ends up catching it. So I'd like to just brag on myself here. We're playing some pretty solid defense. They're running the ball a lot for some reason, and they're not getting anything on the ground. If they threw the ball, probably be a different story, but they're running the ball a lot. We're getting the stops, play action pass. We're bringing a blitz. Okay, so there's so many questions I have. So many questions I have in that play. Number 1, we were bringing a cornerback blitz. Now, where was the man? Where was the man blitzing? What type of blitz is that? What type of fit 20? Who are you? Nick Marshall. That is not the way you get to the quarterback. If he actually blitzes the quarterback like in a straight line, that could be a sack. That could be a sack. Secondly, what type of coverage is this? He's not even running. Uh-oh, please pick this off. Bros, they scored a touchdown. Our corners are awful. They are so bad. Like, I'm talking about, like, it's like they have 0 speed. They can't, if they throw the ball in the air, we just can't get to the ball because they're so freaking slow. Guys, I'm not kidding when I say this offense is so bad, it makes me want to throw up my rib cage. Like, everything about this offense, and I guess the defense, when they actually throw the ball, is just pukable. It's just so pukable. So I can't even throw the ball. Like, it's going to be a pick 6. I hope it is because this team deserves it. Like, the receivers aren't even running the routes. You'd have a better chance at putting a pizza in the oven and it coming out as like a dead porcupine instead of a pizza than actually winning a game with this team because it's just so bad. Everything about it's bad. The blocking's bad. The running back's bad. That's probably more yards than he's got the whole entire game combined in that one play. Hey, he's wide open. Brandon, please. Brandon, see this while we don't throw the ball. Got to throw it to the drag. He completes this pass. Get up. Marcus. Do I punt it? I've got to punt it. Like, if they run the ball, I'd be happy because we can stop them when they run. It's just our, like, defensive backs are just dumb people. They run. We're going to get the stop. Don't you dare. I think he got it. I think he somehow got that. 4th and inches. Thank God for inches. Thank God for our metric system. This is like attempting to make like a deadpan to like try to do like a science project. I'm just gonna scramble dudes. I don't care. Like, even if guys are open, I can't rely on Brandon to make the throw because he's just so freaking inaccurate. Trent, we need 1. 1 yard's all we need. Trent, we got the yard. We got it. Stay up. Like, there should be a difference, and there being bad players in Madden, and there being players that are like using like camels on life alert. Like, I don't understand why they're this bad. Okay, this guy's gonna be open. Well, here's our last chance. 4th down and 7. 1 timeout. Like, okay, we're just gonna scramble and we're gonna get it. We're gonna slide. We're gonna call our last timeout. We're gonna have 20 seconds, and I don't know how we're gonna possibly go 50 yards in 20 seconds with no timeout. Like, what do I do? Brandon, just run. Brandon, get out of bounds if you have to, or don't. Just keep running. Oh my God, he didn't get out of bounds. I didn't get out of bounds. This is it. This is the one. This is where we end it. This is the last thing we can do. Hey, can we hurry up the line of scrimmage? The last play of the game. Need an absolute miracle. Need an absolute miracle here. Doesn't matter. I can't get a gosh dang playoff because my offensive line is a bunch of brain dead paper plates. This game is stupid. A CFL team can't beat the Browns. I'm done. I'm gonna go drink some orange juice.